Well, they done gone and took all the fun out of everything. I think that's probably people littering, probably mostly is the problem. But it is just a trail. It's not a it's not a full road. Hey YouTube, good day. We haven't been down by the river in a while. I don't think we've shown it. We're in flood stage right now, so it's that time of year, snow runoff and everything. We get a good picture of the river being high and slow here. You can kind of see it there in the foreground. But coming down for the walk today, discuss the situation here. So yeah, while we're down here for the walk, quick discussion. DemCat did a video the other day about cities and their everybody thinking that cities are going to be the worst place to be in SHTF and whatnot. And I think he got construed the reasons that people think that. He kind of tried to mitigate the reasoning of a lot of people that say you need to get out of the city and get out now and all these other things. And he talked about bad people and crime and everything. And that's not the issue. The issue isn't the cities that are bad crime are going to be worse during the SHTF or the vice versa, which they will be probably. The issue is cities are resource deficient. Cities are not, by definition, I guess you'd say, if not in actual action, they're not able to sustain themselves with the amount of population they have. They are too dense of a population. Oh, let's get down this hill here. Some inner tubers coming down the stream here. They're too dense a population to sustain with the resources they have available. Thus, the probability that people will clog the highways and attempt to escape said resource deficient areas, making it very hazardous. Like he even mentions how difficult it will be to get out of the city in an SHTF event, and that you probably don't want to hazard that problem either. That you don't want to hazard going through the roadways in those areas in an event, and I would say I agree with that. Here's a river moving along quite swiftly and a little high. The birds singing along today. But I think he missed the point. Saying that cities are going to be bad and to get out now and avoid them in SHTF is precisely because of the resource problems. It's not because of current crime conditions or any other factors. Like he brings up, there's crime everywhere. There's meth heads right across the street here, you know, or whatever. But the problem is large groups of people in large areas will become desperate when things that they need are not available, and they will seek out other means or have to leave. And you don't want to be caught up in that. And you don't want to be left in the city to bunker in, which, like we've talked about, bugging in is the first primary task, because you need to ride out the storm. And if you're doing your preps, prepping to never have to leave is your ideal scenario. So just check out DemCat's video. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I was thinking about it the wrong way than what he was actually saying. But I would say that don't think about the current conditions of cities. Look historically and at other events And the problem is the resources in any resource area being deficient, not just that cities are good or bad places. That's not the point of avoiding the cities now, if you can at all. Cities themselves are inherently placed currently. I mean, Vegas is probably the only is the only gap in this reasoning, because Vegas was built so much later. But Vegas and LA, I guess you'd say, are the only cities who don't have resources even currently to sustain their populations. A lot of the East Coast cities and everything, they're all built originally because resources are available, either farmland, nearby streams, water, etc. You know, anything that predates electricity is built around a structure that can support it, and it grew into that area of where resources came from. Vegas and LA, in their infinite wisdom, have been built in resource deficient zones, and they have to bring in hundreds of miles resources, in particular water. And so if there's a place you do want to avoid, without a doubt, it's Vegas and LA, in my opinion, because they don't have even the necessary resources now to meet the people's needs in the local area. I mean, sure, we have cross-country food delivery and everything else, but still most big cities have a modicum of support locally that will get them through a short-term SHTF at the minimum. But even in the short term, those two places in particular I see as being very deficient. But the urban areas in general, just there's not enough resources, and that's the problem I think DibCAD missed out on in that whole discussion he had. So go check that out. Further discussion below. Talk to you later, YouTube. Live free.